Hey, grass puddle. Why do these glasses seem wrong? They must be the wrong They're the wrong glasses. Explains why I couldn't see right. Pedro, laptop, Simon, Siege. Yeah, I've got to get a couple of these built for tomorrow. I'm already like 4 days overdue on it. Things have just been a bit short on time the last 2 weeks. That's almost suctioned itself to the... Okay. I guess we'll start with the ring lights. It's late, I'm tired, I'm cranky. All the normal things. Normal everyday work things. Okay, I'll probably take the extractor off now. There we go. A little bit of tranquility. What am I pulling out those for? Why are you so noisy? Right, ring lights, we want ring lights. Okay, 2. Hey JCT. Grab my little filler. Makes life a little easier. Okay. Just making sure I've got the right stencil. I did get the new ones in that I've made for 805 size, but I don't have all the parts for the 805 size, so we're sticking with the 603s for the moment. And besides, I've got 20 or 30 of the 603 boards left to go, so I may as well use them up. We need a new tube of solder paste. Hey, Russy Russ. See, you've been getting some channel activity. Hey, Bit. A Surge. Okay. Actually, everybody's been getting more channel activity than I have. Probably got something to do with the fact that I haven't been posting. Who would have thought? Okay, that's one. Don't you dare do that. Hey, Jackie the deer. Okay, so those two done. Tolerable. I might just stencil up the USB-C meters while I'm at it. Ah, yeah, the on-screen display units. Oh, Milo, don't you be jumping up there. Okay, it's pretty good. I'm going to have to add a little bit more paste because I know that if I don't, what's left on there will sort of get halfway across and then it will run out. Amicosis. And we're done. I'm probably going to populate these ones first because they've got more fine pitch parts and it shouldn't really, but it means it kind of could go a little, the pace can go off, even though it will last 24 hours. Like I can stencil these and within 24 hours I should still be able to put the parts down. Hey Katrina, considering ordering a meter and a light, any way to put in order for both? What you can do is if you order both, I'll push back the postage difference, or just email me and I'll organize it for you. Your choice. You can either do both and I'll push back the postage difference, which will be about $10 US, or yeah, I'll just message me. Okay, here we go. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm feeling flustered. Oh, right, you can't even see my face, so you can't even see that I'm flustered. There you go. How's that? Marvelous. Crikey, mate. Can barely see what I'm doing. Yeah, see if I can swing this in. No. Okay, switch it over to above. Yeah, not so great. Better for me, sucks for you, but I don't care about you much. I care a little, but not enough. zoom in a bit more and it'll give you a better effect. There you go. It's probably just you or it's me, Mycosis. Either way, not like there's much we can do about it. It's probably AI stealing all the bandwidth. Skynet needs to live. Ah, it's annoying. Once it touches that silicon, once it gets onto this silicon pad, you can't get it back up. So it's happening to other people, other videos. Diamond painting now has wireless pens that do the same without the tube, as in the suction pens. Or are you talking about the airbrush things? Because I've seen the wireless airbrush system. Ugh, damn it, they kind of got smooshed. Is that everything? Yeah, I think that's all the big stuff. Oh, sorry, all the little stuff. Right, the thing I am using is a aquarium air pump, but it's in reverse. But I have seen that airbrush thing you're talking about. Oh, crikey. Wow. Please tell me that I've got more of these coming. I've got a whole nother batch. Why do I have to have one missing? Oh, this is not fun. I'll check my USB sockets books. Let us pray that we have one. Otherwise I'll have to extract it from an old one. Okay, these look like extracts. Lots and lots and lots and lots of useless connectors. It's kind of scary how many, like, when I drop dead off this planet, they're going to find my stash of parts and they're going to be, wow, that's a lot of useless stuff. And they would be quite right. Looks like I'm going to have to use an extracted one. I don't quite like that, but I'm going to have to. And of course the displays. Or rather, the display connectors. But I mean, they come with the displays. And I was waiting on my supply of them this week. Thankfully they arrived. Okay. Trying to think whether crap, someone hasn't loaded the oven up. I'm just going to do the ring lights now. And then I'll cook them all together. I think. Yeah, I think the trouble with having lots of useless stuff is it is very hard to just toss it out and get rid of it, because you always seem to get punished. The moment you opt to clean house is usually a week or two before it turns around and says, oh, remember that thing you had that you threw out? Yeah, we need that now. So can you just magically get that back? And it just creates this endless cycle of fear hoarding. And honestly, it's not even a wealth preservation thing. It's a time preservation thing. Because the number of times you go, yeah, okay, I really needed that. And you think, well, that's okay, I'll just order another one. And then you find, oh, it's either out of stock, back ordered, not made anymore. Yeah, there's okay, maybe not a million, but there's a lot of reasons why it can spectacularly backfire on you. Or maybe they do have supposedly the same product and you buy it only to find that nope, it's not. The quality is different, something's changed. Yeah, plenty of ways for it to backfire on you. It might not have been announced because I didn't use the usual schedule. Okay, this was just a impromptu event, and I've put this backwards. Okay, Paul. So I've actually turned this around. Hey, closer. Let's make sure everything is, yep, that's orientated correctly. I think it does help if you have sufficient storage room that you can box up the old stuff and put it into sort of like cold storage, so to speak. But it still has to be sufficiently accessible and documented. Hey, Antonio. Ach nee man. Hey Siri. Yeah, thanks. Also, I've gone to now sticking with the 910 ohm resistor for the current sense. Well, not current sense, but current limit setting, or whatever you want to call it. Boy, I'm running out of 3500s. And that sets the current to about 140, 145 milliamp per channel. And these LEDs are rated at 150. So I figured that's giving me a smidge of safety margin, but also making sure everybody gets the most light that I think is practical. So if you do have one of these ones, the earlier batch, you can always just switch it up to a 910 ohm resistor. You should be able to use a fat soldering iron tip to remove that one. I mean, it's entirely up to you. We're just going to push through, get these done, and then I'll do micro shot. Fortunately, there is a half-hour sort of tolerance window. Sometimes when it comes to this work, you're better off just finishing up everything. Otherwise you come back and you make a mistake and it just has a cascade of issues. And we've only got one more and it doesn't take that long to part stuff them. Hey, Sutterbridge. No, I've only got one flippin' cap left. I'll have to break out the packet and get some more. That's annoying. Hey Amy Lynn, how much time to make one light versus automatic production line? Well, yeah, I mean, obviously production line can be much faster. Oh shit, just rolled over all my parts there. But at least this way, yeah, demand isn't really at the point where I need a full production line at this point. I mean, I can produce, 30, 40 units a day if I had to. Let's see, what do I want to want? 603 caps. There we go. 603 caps. Hey, creature. You enjoying your frozen wasteland? 5. Come on. Today, Junior. Oh. I mean, there's no denying doing it by hand is profoundly slower. Okay, that's all that done. But like I said, it's a case of, well, I can build these on demand. It means I can also have multiple small revisions if I require. Yeah, they all get a bit of the imperfect human touch, just to make them feel personal. Okay. I'm going to pull out the reflow oven. Like I said, everything's a bit chaotic here because of the events of the last couple of weeks. It's not been fun at all, although we're very thankful at least that Loki is still with us again. Okay, suction pump on. Okay, extractor on and running. Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to train the cats to do the production run. So we'll load up all the other boards on here. And while this is cooking, I'll go out and sort out micro shot. And away we go. What? Hey, Joho Droid. Alright, yeah, we're just waiting for the reflow to occur. It's just going through all the preheat phases and that sort of jazz. So probably about another minute should be finished. Now, it is running the lead-free profile, so it takes a little bit longer because it takes a little bit longer to ramp up. We are using leaded solder, but it'll live. It will live for what we care about. Just taking these couple of minutes to clean up the workbench. Hey, board dev. Let's see, what else do we need out of here? Nothing specifically for tonight. So we'll close up the ring light section. Yes, Catherine, had to go give Micro his shot. Let's see. Wait, what? What did I throw those in there for? Yeah, the ring lights I can finish up in the morning. The important thing is that they've been cooked. Let's see if we've got our open door policy yet. Okay, something. Oh no, I forgot. I forgot to power up. Ah, god damn it. All that time wasted. Okay. I didn't activate the mechanical switch. Okay. Try that again. There's a mechanical power switch, or it's just a timer. Like on the stove, you know, the timer that you use for setting how long you want the stove to cook for. And I had not wound that up. Like I hadn't set it to, 15 minutes or something. So even though the controller was trying to tell the oven to heat up, the oven was like, meh, don't feel like it, because there was no power going into it. Oh well, it doesn't often happen, yeah, and there's no real point me putting too much effort into trying to detect and alert me to that kind of thing, because it's quite infrequent. No point complicating the system. It works perfectly well. It's one of those things that fails safely. So, if I don't do it properly, it fails without any power going in there, so there's no risk other than just wasting some time. I was wondering why I couldn't pick up any hint of fumes, and that would pretty much explain it. I did get the cases for the on-screen power meter, where I've only got 4 of these. The color is wrong. That's aqua or something like that. We end up switching it over to cobalt blue, and it's a better match. But I'm still probably going to use these, and I think this will be like a very limited edition of 4 units that are going to have this particular case. I don't even have a board to put in there, because the other board that we have is actually assembled in the opposite direction. That is, the banana plugs and the USB socket are on the same side, whereas in this production version, the shocked face, as you can see, has the USB port lower on the other side compared to the banana plugs. But that's basically what it's going to be. So it's going to have no fancy display, nothing like that. It's just going to be banana plugs in, banana plugs out, and then USB off to the PC, and they'll give you on-screen display like that. I know that there's another unit out there with a very lovely, fancy OLED display, but I'm shooting for a different market. So people say, you could put a display on it. It's like, I really don't want to. It's like, I never intended it to, because you've already got your power supply showing you, your power supply is telling you what you should be generating. You just want to tap off and have it on your screen. But yeah, the cobalt blue version is going to look quite a bit better. But like I said, I'll make these ones like the limited first edition type ones, where we'll have the 4 of them. And you'll definitely know it's them, because it's a much brighter blue than what I would normally use. But other than that, it's quite impressive, the engineering that's gone into this. Very happy about it. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, do some more cleaning up. Get the iPhone boxes out of the way. 603 cat box out of the way. Rubbish into the bin. I suppose I can clean up my stencils. That would be the responsible thing to do, wouldn't it? Get the paste off these. So that when it comes next time, I don't have to spend 15 minutes at the start cleaning off the paste. And like with dishes, like household dishes, it's usually easiest to clean things up before it goes crusty. Rusty Rusts, they're not yet available. They will be shortly. I just haven't had time at the moment to get around to start manufacturing them. I've got enough for initial 4 units just to get started, but then I've got to order another couple of hundred of those banana connectors. They are surprisingly expensive, those banana sockets. You wouldn't think it. You think, oh yeah, they're pretty ubiquitous. Everybody's got them. They shouldn't be too expensive. They're a really simple connector. It's just a big chunk of metal and a bit of plastic around it. Yeah, they're expensive. Even the cheap ones are expensive. Oh, thank you, Amulin. Yeah, it's sort of how I have always been. I'm not big production numbers, but I do like to make sure that whatever it is that I produce is something that people actually want to have. Most of the time, this sort of stuff, it takes a long time for me to develop it, because I will tend to initially make it for myself, and a lot of the time I don't even plan to manufacture it as such, but then usually someone goes, oh yeah, I'd like one of those, and then once that happens, it gets out of control. Oh crikey, great, now I've got lead paste all over the floor. The plugs last, yeah, they do last 50 years, yeah. The plastic can break off them and everything, and the metal contacts are still going to be strong. Let's see, get all bits of lead there. That's all lead paste. I really should just switch over to SAC 305. I mean, I've got SAC 305, I guess it's habit that I keep using 6337. I mean, it is easy to work with. Since you're an industrial engineer, this is quite complicated to insert a product successfully into the market. Industrial designer. What sort of fields in the industry as such? I mean, that could cover a lot of things. Everything from HVAC to medical to military stuff. Open door, here we go, yep. It's only just happened. I'm going to leave it closed for the next sort of minute or two, mostly because there's a lot of fumes in the cabinet and I need them drawn out before I open up that door. The other thing is the suction effect is lost when I open up the door, so by having the main door closed, it maintains a better airflow over the cooling parts. If insert medical. So we'll give that another. Where this? Oh yeah, that was the one. Not to mention, it's going to be quite hot. And if you grab hot things with these gloves, it does not end well. Did I show you guys the new fume hood assembly? Like when I got the new 3D printer, one of the first things I did was reconstruct my fume hood. So anyway, this is it. It's made out of 3 pieces. You got the top. This here is an afterthought. Because of the limitation of the 3D printer, the 3D printer will only print 220 by 220. I needed it to print about 225, and I couldn't do it. Otherwise, I would have integrated this front face into the top part of the hood. But you can see it's just a blended body from. This is a tapered cylinder. The reason why it's tapered is because where it fits onto the fan assembly, it's also tapered. So basically, I just mostly match the taper, which allows me to wiggle it down and get a good friction fit. The filter is a cabin filter, carbon impregnated, has pretty good particle absorption ability. But it does a really good job now, and it replaces the big clunky wooden one that I had. The only thing is it takes about 2.5 days to print all this with my 3D printer, but it's only do it once. That goes straight onto a 8-inch impeller body. And obviously the cross brace there is to stop the suction power, the vacuum effect pulling the filter down, which would then, if that happens, it will lose, suction against the walls and all sorts of other bad things. But yeah, it's really handy. It hot glued together because unfortunately the PET, this is made PETG, it does curl still, even with a hot bed and no air conditioning running. Everything I could do, there's still a millimeter or two of curling. Now, I can get around that by providing, say, maybe screw holes and bolt downs and notching in the bottom to have this rest in and things like that. But again, my limitation is the actual printer. I can't get beyond 220 by 220. And the filter is 219 by 187 or something like that. So I was at the very limits of the printer, and I just simply worked around that. And it works. It works really well. Works better than the old one. And I just simply push it on top, and that's it. It's done. Okay. Door open. You'll probably get to see. Geez, that's hot still. how effective or not it is when we do some rework. I'm sure there's going to be some rework required on these. Always is. That one there is an ATP07 filter, and it fits everything from Toyota Camrys to Range Rovers, and they're about $25 to $30 each, which is a hell of a lot cheaper than when you buy commercial fume extractors. Not saying that they're equally as good, but they are cheaper for sure, and I just change them out every month or two. I also have a massive carbon canister on the bottom of the 8-inch fan assembly. And the 8-inch carbon canister really helps. Added value in microelectronic and sensor-based assistance generate a lot of added value. There's a lot to create. Well, that's for sure. We haven't run out yet. Long after everyone said, oh, there's no more to invent. So we're still going. Okay. Just making sure I got all my notches right. By the way, Creature, I did get a amended stencil. I changed the stencil for the next batch of boards, and it has a lot less solder on the LED pads. So you can stop crying about that now. And there's more solder on these pads, and more solder on these pads. And I also fixed up the center pad for this. Okay, we've got a bridge there, so we'll sort that out. Just making sure everything's in the right place otherwise. Alright, we'll get that bridge sorted out. Easy peasy. Extractor on. You're going to die soon in your workshop? Why on earth would you be dying soon in there? Is that an extreme commitment to your job? Or the fumes? I kind of stuffed that up big time. I messed around with it too much. I didn't have to, but I was just like, honestly, I was like the Swedish cook on the Muppets then. Yeah. Idiot. Okay, this is the next one. Zoom out a bit. Yeah, that's nicely placed. Happy about that. That's in the correct orientation. Let's check these are. They're good. Definitely running these aluminium boards at the lead-free profile helps a lot. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Okay, let's see what these are like. How does a hair get on there? Hey, Matscorp. Honestly, some days I'm more like Beaker though. Just squealing and on fire. Oh wow, that did not sit down properly. Okay, fix that up. This is why you have quality control. Hey, Alclove. Let's see, what's Creature saying? I find it helps avoid popping due to moisture and first step. Creature, are you saying that in regards to using the lead-free profile? Funnily enough, most of that hair is actually, or it's usually carpet thread. I gotta take the carpet out of this room. It's terrible. That ground pin doesn't look quite. It is soldered, but I'm not happy. I think. What do you guys reckon? Does that ground pin need more, or is it okay as it is? C8's got the same effect. Redo the ground, Siega says. Alright, one vote's good enough for me. Doesn't have the adhesion. That's what these pads are for. There, we did them all. They're cleaning up. Physical severely disabled guy made a puff pull mouse the third line out of new Raspberry Pi. There's certainly a lot of things that people can invent. Yeah, if you've got the resources and the technology, the things that people can come up with to make their lives better in adverse situations is just, it's marvelous. And of course, most of the time, they're the ones that have to end up doing it simply because of the fact that no one else is really compelled to do so. You know, it's like, well, that's somebody else's issue. Oh, I need to clean that up. We've got the I2C lines upside down there. The electrons are not going to flow correctly. The resistors are not in sync. We're going to get a pull down when we want to pull up. Okay, let's see if we can flash program these things. Yes, necessity is certainly the mother of invention. I fully agree with that. It's been a driving force in most of my life. Let's see, microscope lights. Let's see how badly these are going to not flash tonight. Some days my little programmer doesn't want to play ball. It's okay. It's a good program, it's just some days it doesn't want to play. And we also helps if you flash the right device with the firmware. Okay. Scratchy, scratchy, so we can get some contact. Oh, mouse drifted. Where are you, enter key? What the fire truck? You're being a naughty AVR dude, aren't you? Let's try that again. I'm not gonna lie, I really should actually do a better build contact points for this. Okay, I am feeling like it's something in my system is stealing the port for this. It's definitely okay. We're going to switch over to the USB-C meters, because at least I can rest them then. Oh, frickin' heck. Damn mouse. Yeah, see, it's not even tracking that. I will demonstrate. So it reckons USB 4. But it was on USB 2, now it's on USB 4. It shouldn't be jumping around like that. And it's... we don't really care about the vendor and product too much. I mean, I need that, but what I really care about is this number here, this 1242. That's the key thing. That tells you your actual physical plug position on your machine. So it's in like channel 1, hub 2, port 4, whatever. That's the thing that I've got to keep track of. So what does it say now? So all of a sudden now that's 1242 here, but it really should be, I've got 1243. So I don't know why that's changed. And that's the bit that's getting annoying. I'm not sure what's doing that change on me. So if I pull on this cable and see where it's going to, because something ain't right. Okay, it's going into my big hub, so I'm going to actually pull that out. It's going to completely change the number, but it should be more stable if I go straight into the PC itself. And naturally, of course, USB ports are 3-way geometry. It takes you 3 attempts. Okay, now I should be able to plug this in. Okay, we want, what is it? 183. 183. Okay, so that's now going to the correct place. So we've got UPDO1, which is what we're naming this particular programming controller. And you can see it's bound to USB 3, which is correct now. So hopefully it actually now behaves itself, because that's getting really annoying. Okay, let's try that all again. And it programs. Okay, that's good. Yep, programmed. So I'm not really sure why. Well, I need to change the. Is that you, Mo? I'm almost finished, buddy. Almost finished. Yay, flashed. And flashed. Marvellous. We'll just test these ring lights and then we're done, okay? Okay, I need power into that. And above. Okay. That's good. Yep, all good. Oh, did that just suddenly get brighter on its own? Might have been my finger resting on it. Okay, we're done. Yeah, mats are certainly bright lights. It's about 12 watts of light, or 12 watts being used for all that light. 28 lights. I forget what lumens it comes out to, but it's pretty bright. I mean, you get to see it when I do board repair. So we take a MacBook board. MacBook boards are always good tests because they're quite dark. And that's not just because they come from Apple. So the dark souls. Okay, what have we got here? Okay, so that is at maximum brightness. I usually set it around about this kind of brightness for my typical work, particularly when you're fully out. If you want to go right down and rank up the brightness. Okay, so that's maximum brightness at maximum zoom. And you can see it's still quite okay, and the color rendering is very good. You know, your gold is definitely gold, your capacitor browns are brown, you know, and even the board you can see is, you know, the slight brown. Whereas I find for a lot of other lights, the gold in particular tends to get washed out. It doesn't help when I've got over brightness here. Let's back it up. So yeah. So for general work, around about that kind of brightness, which is about 70%, I think, I'm pretty happy with. It's good for recording. Alrighty. Okay, that's it for me. I'm going to go deal with the kitty cats, and tomorrow I'll finish up assembling these units, but at least the electronics aspect has been built and done, and so I can finally ship out these orders. Who was it that wanted the one of each? Send me an email, and one of each of these could be yours if you want them, because these ones are already taken. I've got to send them off, but that does leave one of each of these, so if you want them, let me know. In the meantime, you all take care. I'll see you next time. Till then, catch you later.